and they are the top 2 students out of the entire class of 2021. And so that's a very exciting thing for them and for us too to meet them. Good morning to Morgan and Lexi. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming in this morning.
Welcome.
So I hear you've been putting in some late nights.
Yes.
What have you been doing at night?
Playing softball.
Tell me about last night.
Well, we were in Hugh Springs to play the third round, which is the regional quarterfinals, against McLeod. And we won, 14-1?
Good going.
Yes.
So back on tonight, Lexi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We're hoping to get to state, so that's at least 4 more games away.
At least. It depends on if we play a 3-game series or not. It might be a 1-game playoff, so the amount of games is to be determined.
Okay, sure it is. Well, go Lady Eagles.
Thank you.
Let's find out about each one of you. And I'm going to start with Lexi.
Yes.
Lexi Busby, you have not always been at Como Pickton?
No, ma'am. I started off at Winsboro, and I went there until I finished my 7th grade year, and then I moved to Cumbie
Okay.
for 2 years, and moved to Como Pickton my sophomore year.
Okay. And you like it just fine over there?
Yes, ma'am. I like Como Pickton. I think it's been my favorite school district so far. The people are very nice, and as soon as I went there for summer workouts, I saw Katie, who I played with a little bit in Winsboro softball. And
Okay.
Friends from there.
Okay. That's so wonderful that you're balanced out. Tell me, is your mother a teacher?
Yes, ma'am. She teaches at Como Pickton 8th grade math, but before that she taught, I can't think, algebra at Cumbie.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we'll come back and ask you some more things, but I'm going to switch over to Kaitlyn, it's Kaitlyn Morgan. Excuse me for calling you Morgan.
It's all right.
You are a valedictorian.
Yes.
How does that feel to you?
It's crazy. It's been tough. I mean, I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I love being involved, and there are some nights when I just want to give up. I'm sure Lexi's the same way, and I just know that all the hard work has paid off. So.
Okay. You have lots of family support to do all the things you do.
Yes, I do. My mom and dad are amazing. I mean, anything I need at any point, they'll get it for me.
I'm going to ask you both about surviving this year, last year, a pandemic, or the year of pandemic. As far as being a student in public school, I mean, just some thoughts that you may have, reflections.
I feel like we were all just kind of in shock, like the teachers, the students, everyone was. I mean, I felt bad for the school, the administration, because, we had never had this situation before.
Yeah, we were we were excited. An extra week of spring break.
Yeah.
Let's go. But then it just kind of stuck, and we were like, this happened?
Yeah, and then when we started senior year back in the fall, it was kind of weird because we never got that closure of our junior year, hey, we're going to be seniors next year.
But we are very beneficial to come back, because I know several schools, even in Texas, didn't get to come back physically to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've been very blessed about that.
And there are those who would have graduated last year with all the fanfare that we all expect for our senior year.
Yes.
And they didn't get it.
No. We had one senior on our softball team, and we were, expected to go far last year too, and we actually finished when we got quarantined 8th in the state, but it got taken away, and I don't know how she dealt with that.
Sometimes life does throw us some hard punches, but you both have very bright futures and are going forward, and I want to let you explain your plans after school. But first of all, let's talk a little bit more. So Lexi, of course, you're in softball. What other things do you do?
I do a lot of stuff. I participated in cross country, volleyball, basketball, and track for sports. Oh, and also I was Biggie, our school mascot, for the past 3 years.
Okay.
And I also do NHS, student council, FCCLA, and I'm on the yearbook staff.
4-H.
Oh, Wood County 4-H as well. I showed
Pretty much
chicken.
everything.
I say just right across the board. Okay. That is wonderful. Have you received any honors or recognitions?
Yes, I can't. Oh, and
I have all the
both
notes
Katie
right
and I have both of this for softball. And softball, we have first team
Academic All-State.
Oh, my word.
Yes.
Okay. So you are academic, athletic, and agriculture.
Yes.
That's good. That's
I love
3
it.
A's. Okay. Well, let's talk to Kaitlyn and find out. We've talked about the crazy year of COVID-19. Any recognitions and awards or scholarships that you have received?
I recently got awarded the Sulphur Springs Lion Club scholarship, and I also have the Como Pickton FFA scholarship, and I'll be in the Honors College at A&M Commerce next year, so that will help greatly. Throughout high school, throughout softball, I've gotten like second team all district and academic all district, and I was an All-American cheerleader last year.
Okay, so you enjoyed that so much.
Yes.
Great. What about this presidential scholarship?
Yes, I received the presidential scholarship from Texas A&M Commerce. That'll be a total of $16,000 over 4 years, which will help me and my parents greatly with paying for college. So.
My. That is so wonderful. Tell me about some hobbies or outside of school interests you have.
Through the FFA, I've gotten to try many things such as wood shop, welding, and what I'm most interested in is floral design. Throughout the years of high school, I've started arranging flowers, learning plants, learning how to plant, and I'm really passionate about that, and I love arranging flowers. So.
And that's a part of curriculum now in many of the schools.
Yes.
Do you also kind of learn how to run a business?
Yes, we do. We actually in our floral design class, we learned how to run a flower shop. We did a floor plan for a flower shop to be the most beneficial to your business. We've also planned wedding scenarios and everything else like that in that class. So it's been a great help.
Very, very nifty. Okay, let us talk about maybe teachers or someone who has influenced you or benefited you.
As you mentioned earlier, my mom is a teacher. She's been with me my whole life, so I've always seen her as an educator and smart and so kind, and she's really helped me.
Good to know. Good to know those kinds of teachers are still out there.
My special teacher would be Miss Anderson. So when we got into her English 2 class sophomore year, she scared me at first because she said, if you can pass this class, you can pass a college English class. And I was like, we're just sophomores. Like, what is she saying? But I learned through that class that you have to work hard for things. And it's been so great, knowing that I can work through things. And that class really did help me learn that.
I know sometimes it kind of comes down to the wire as points are being calculated and all for top students, but
yes.
When did you get the word and how did you feel when you learned you would be valedictorian?
We got it
3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
I think 2.
2 weeks ago.
But we had already been standing in these positions. It was just finalized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like I could breathe now, not as much pressure, because this whole year people have been asking me are you gonna be valedictorian? Because it was kind of there.
Yeah.
People knew it was either gonna be one of us, so they were like, so who's beating who this time, or who's ahead, so it was just kind of wow.
Yeah.
We did it.
Isn't
that neat that you say we, and y'all have been friends a long time?
Yes. Ma'am.
How did you feel when
I felt good. Like Katie said, it's chance to like take a deep breath and relax a little bit.
Yes.
Especially since our college courses are over now.
Yeah. We take 3 dual credit classes currently, so.
So do you think you can just go enjoy the summer a little bit? They're thinking.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. We have a little fun.
Well, tell me if you'd like who your parents are and any siblings.
My parents are Mark and Casey Busby. My dad works at People's Telephone. My mom's a teacher at Pickton. And then I have 2 sisters, Samantha Busby and Bailey Busby. Samantha also works at Pickton as the 8th grade science teacher in 6th grade world geography. And Bailey is in her 3rd year of college, but she's going to graduate a semester early next year.
Okay. They're setting good footsteps for you to follow.
My parents are Randy and Amanda Morgan of Como, Texas. My mom is the credit department supervisor over at Alliance Bank, and then my dad is a manager at Cash Saver, close to downtown.
Okay. I love that store.
Yeah, that's great. My brother is currently a sophomore at Pickton, so I hope I'm setting the right example for him. Sometimes he gets a little mad because he's like, "Oh, you're setting too high for me."
The bar's too high.
He's such a boy.
He'll step up.
Yes.
Well, tell me what you plan to do after high school.
I plan to go to Texas A&M University Commerce, as discussed earlier, and I want to get my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Hopefully after that, I'll work a couple years and then get my master's and hopefully go into the pediatric field and become a pediatric nurse practitioner.
Did you say you knew one of those and influenced?
Yes. I had a great pediatric nurse practitioner, Kelly Newsom, and I've never really liked going to the doctor, and she has helped me greatly with that, and she's inspired me because I want to help kids like that.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Kaitlyn, for sharing all that. Now, Lexi, tell us what you plan to do and be.
I wanted to attend West Texas A&M University and major in criminal justice. Eventually, I hope to be an FBI agent.
My.
Awesome.
You have very, very pointed goals there.
The thrill and like the action really excites me, and I'd like to experience for myself. I don't see myself like just sitting around all day or anything. Yeah.
That's cool.
We'll look forward to finding out how you progress along that way.
Yes, ma'am.
See your picture somewhere and we'll say, I knew her. Well, what can you say to maybe the rest of your class? You know, I'll ask Kaitlyn about hard work and getting to the end of it.
Well, like I've always thought, you know, there are going to be those tough days. Like, you can't get around them. And, you know, when you want to give up, just, you know, have that final goal, what you want to be and what you want to do. And I think that really helps to set that up. So.
Okay. Lexi?
My thing is the amount of work that you put in is what you will receive. So, like, if you only go something with half your energy, you're only going to get half the reward. So
Okay.
I'd say give it your all until you can get the best reward.
I think that will serve you well along the way. So when is graduation?
May 28th at 7:30 p.m.
At?
It'll be at our football stadium at Pickton.
What is the name of that stadium?
Ron Heflin, I think.
Yes, Ron Heflin. Okay. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Our valedictorian from Pickton CISD, Kaitlyn Morgan, and salutatorian is Lexi Busby.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add in our last couple of minutes we have?
No, thank you for having me so much.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. Thank you for coming in and sharing with us this morning.